Vamos a mirar ahora los mercados financieros. Hoy hemos hablado de recesión, bueno, de la falta de recesión realmente con ese dato de PIB en Estados Unidos. Hemos hablado de inflación. Vamos ahora a analizarlo un poquito más en detalle. Tenemos ya a Ombretta Signori, que es Head of Macro and Strategy de OFI Invest Asset Management. Ombretta, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to Negocios Televisión, Ombretta. Recession has been mentioned several times in the last few days, especially yesterday in the meeting between Lagarde, Powell, Weda and Andrew Bailey. Powell yesterday warned recession can be significantly likely. Do you agree with Chair Powell, having seen today, for example, the data on the GDP in the US?
Well, first thing, U.S. economy is a really good shape. It has surprised everybody for its resilience. Now, taking into consideration the size and the speed of past tightening during the last year, if you look at all standard leading indicators that did a good job in the past, they all tell you that the probability of having a US recession in the next 12 months is high, let's say above 50%. We are in this camp. We think that the slowdown in US economy should deeper in the coming quarters, but we will probably have a moderate recession, mainly driven by the credit channel, because lending conditions have worsened a lot in US, and this should hit investment. Now, I think the important question is when this should happen. We do not think it will happen immediately. It will take time. And when you look at when you consider the normal delay that you have from tightening to the effects they will deploy to the rest of the economy, we think this is most likely to happen later this year. So let's say between end of this year and probably beginning of next year.
Yesterday we're pretty insisting when saying that the market should still expect a few more rate hikes. When do you think these rate hikes will be over?
Well, this is not for now. We think the central banks will not pause this summer. They explained very explicitly yesterday again that the risk of doing too less is higher than doing too much. And in particular, they want to be sure that the core inflation, that is to say the stickier part of inflation, will continue to moderate in line with their expectations. So, Jerome Powell explained it very well yesterday. The social cost of not restoring inflation will be higher than the cost of restoring price stability. So we think that both Fed and ECB will continue to hike in July, and possibly even in autumn, we do expect the ECB to reach 4% in September, and we think that even for the Fed, there is a high probability and the door is still open for a second rate hike.
Ombretta, we have no more time left, but thank you so much for being in Negocios Televisión. Ombretta Signori, Head of Macro and Strategy of Invest Asset Management. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bueno, nos hablaba Ombretta, por ejemplo, de que los bancos centrales no van a pausar este verano. Nos ha dicho que han insistido, básicamente han explicado en muchas ocasiones que de forma explícita que no lo van a hacer. Y, por ejemplo, también nos hablaba del estado de la economía de Estados Unidos y nos decía que está en muy buena forma y que todos los indicadores dicen que la probabilidad de que haya una recesión en Estados Unidos en los próximos 12 meses, aún así, es muy alta, pero que es probable que esa recesión sea moderada.